Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it is episode 58, and today we have the doubleheader that will decide if our season is going to be decent or if our season is going to fall into disarray, into despair, into one of the most disappointing seasons we've ever had at the football club. We have got AAB in a game where they're only 5 points behind us and the team really chasing us down and knock us out of this top 3 spot. And we have also got then Copenhagen, who are running away with the league. Just to kind of let you know, last year's champions only got 64 points. The year before that, 58. Copenhagen's already got 60 and 25 games they've only played. It just kind of shows you how good this Copenhagen side is and how much work we have to do when this guy's banging in goals for fun. You know you're going to be up against it. Right, anyhow. Since we last met, nothing's changed. All that's changed is we've contemplated what on earth we're going to do, and I've made a slight change to the team, and that is it. Also important to note that Nord's one, which is okay for me. It's probably better. But in terms of our thing, Copenhagen's already played Midtjylland and beat them 2-0. So, no matter what, we're going to stay in the position again. And I guess at the end of the day, if we just keep staying in second, even though we're playing poor, I don't mind. They're thinking we should change the team around. I have disagreed. I know that Yepi and Zohor have a good understanding. Zohor has yet to score in the last few games. I know that's really harsh, and, thank God, obviously scored last game in the shadow striker role. I'm going to put him there. Thank God loves the box-to-box midfielder role. He prefers it, right, in terms of his best position. He is here, though, brought in as I want to be part of it. As a promise that he wants to play in his position as advanced playmaker on attack and in the central attacking mid role. I will do that in games where I see fit, but it's now come to this stage of the season. I need to go out there. Secondly, I'm also going to say is Armstrong and Tristan Joe. I feel like this is a game where I'm going to drop Tristan Doe, even though he has so much so much experience. I'm just going to bring in Roberts just to go out there and just do a job. I just feel like Roberts, with the determination, the physicality, and attacking ability, even though I know he's been a walking train wreck, has been in decent form in the last 5 games, I'm just going to give him a shot. It's now or never for Roberts. If Roberts performs here today, he's part of the football club. If he doesn't today, I'm really going to look to overhaul maybe the system next year and fullback especially, and maybe he'll be part of the overhaul. I'm not too sure. Anyway, in terms of that, the rest of the team here is Roberts. Marquez has been quite good. Obviously, Tony Christian. I really want these two to get a good understanding. Armstrong, Kenny, thank God. Bum the Jar, Hansen in the shadow striker role. Dolek and Zahora. If we can do it, who knows? Yes, we need a better left back, and we need to get a star striker to get Zahora working for a starting spot because Jenkins is too inexperienced. I don't think we need a star striker. I feel like when you have a guy like Zahora, even when he doesn't score, but he's averaging over a 7 in the league, you just keep playing him. I feel like by getting a star striker, you get that thing with Zahora where if he's not in form, he finds it hard to get back in the team, then he gets upset, and then you lose out on him, and then he leaves because he's angry. I feel like getting in a young kid that can perform, and we have that already with a guy on loan called Boyegard, Dim, I think that would be okay. Score predictions in the chat. Look, against AAB, this game could go anyway. A draw is not a bad result. I would happily take a draw here because it means that AAB did not make up any ground on us as well. But we'll wait and we'll see. We're going to go out there. We're going to press. They're a very good team. No, I think 95% of footballers don't care about the weather. They're a good team, but so are we. Our recent form has been poor. We got a 0-0 draw against Silkeborg that we should have won. The win, obviously, the 5-0 win against Vigil. And then since then, 3-0 pumping by Copenhagen. Got 94th minute done by Bromby. And, if it wasn't for Robert's brain fart, at least we would have won the last game 3-2, and we haven't. Dim's gone for a 3-2 win. I haven't seen our goal-scoring ability, so I don't know. I honestly think if we win this game, it's going to be 1-0, Robert having a great game in goals. And also the other thing is, Robert has been Danish goalkeeper of the year. He's been averaging over a 7, but it's maybe the time that maybe we go after a really, really good keeper. Paulie reckons we're going to win this game 2-1. I personally am going to predict that we lose this game 2-1. I feel like we'll be good in periods, but AAB are very good on the break, and away we go. And they've started very well. I'm actually going to move us on attacking. I'm just going to go out and say, boys, play football and go. And hopefully we do well. 63% of the ball, 25 shots on target, 25 minutes played. Do you think we've scored? Nope. And this is what we're up against AAB. They do this, and then they go on the break and they score. That's literally all they do. Oh, this has been a great half of football. 40 minutes played, 7 shots free, 60% of the ball. Do you think we could score? A draw would be great, but if we played like this, I would not be happy. It's not really happening. Thank God having a good game back a line, which I don't mind as well. 50 minutes played. I'll move us to positive then and really knock the ball around, boys. If that's going to work. At the moment, though, nothing happening out there. I'm going to make the change. I haven't done this before. Neil Jenkins, up top. It's your time to shine, the Australian. your time to sign, the Australian. Highlight. I know Zahora's a big boy, but maybe it's time he gets dropped. And Neil Jenkins is 6'2", good in the air, and he can hold up a ball, and he's physical. Anyway, Buddha was Dolek, doesn't win it, and you watch him get there first and go on the break. Here we go. Typical AAB game this, we're going to lose. Tony Christensen does well. Punts it to nobody, though. And here goes Musin. Here we go. Can we force him back? Force him long. Don't let him play out. Force him long, please. We don't really. Back to the keeper. All right, come on. Got to get a press in here. Got to force him in long. Can we win it, please? Cameron doesn't do enough, but it falls to Kenny. Armstrong, good on the ball. Jenkins, he's good in the air, knocks down. Thank God, deeper line, running at people. Kenny now, still going. Ken! Oh, yes, it's gone in. I thought it went over. Honestly thought it went over. It's hit the bar and gone in. I literally was going, because I thought it went over. But Kenny scored from distance, it's 1-0. Jenkinson hold up the play well, thank God, in a deeper line, gets on the ball. Kenny hits it, and I thought it was over. I thought it was done. It's hit the bottom of the bar and gone in. It looked like a shot that was just floating high. But it's 1-0, and that's all that matters. Dominating the game as well. Not parking the bus just yet here at the moment. The midfield having a great game as well. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to bring the shoe in into that role there as well. Yepi looks dead. I know that. But I need you to stay out there just for this little bit longer. Time is ticking. 80-odd minutes played. We're dominating. We really deserve another one. It hasn't really come. Time's still ticking here. I'm going to make a change. I don't want to park the bus in this sort of game because if we park the bus and we concede, I'm not going to live with myself. Everyone looks legless. Actually going to get Yepi in for thank God. Thank God's going to come up. I'm going to go defend. Ball winning midfielder on defend. Defensive. If we concede, my fault. You know, I'm a big believer in Football Manager. When you're dominating a game this much, you do not change the system. I'm a big believer when you're having the opposition's had one shot, nothing on target. Why invite the pressure for them to fucking score? In the same time, it's all about, but you're giving them the chance to maybe hit you on the break if you're staying positive. I just feel like, by doing this, they're going to play one long ball and score. I want to make a time-wasting change, as if I can't. If they score now because I made this change, I don't care. Come on, get home, please. What a win. Look, weren't great. Zahora did not score. We had 14 bloody chances and 60% of the ball, and it took a long-range hit from our midfielder to score. I do not care. That is a big win. That was a horrible game to watch. And you know what? We went defensive, and they bloody had chances. That's a good win. That changes the complexion of this season. The fact we've gone out there, the challenging team we beat, it gives them one more shot to take points off us in a 6-pointer at their ground. But wow, we went out there, we got what we wanted. It wasn't great, it wasn't pretty, we didn't play particularly well, but that is what we needed. Huge. We got home, that's all that mattered. The title's dead and buried, but that is huge. That was huge. Kenny, praise him, superb in front of goal. There we are. Armstrong has been fined as well. He's not going to play against Copenhagen. Great. So we're going to have our second choice left back, the youngster then, Kajur, playing at left back. Great. Someone remind me to also don't let him play in the 19s game coming up before that too. I think there's a 19s game. Yeah, someone remind me to make sure Kajur's not available for that 19s game. But yeah, that's a big result. That's huge for us. That's huge. That kind of just, man, imagine if we just freaking won against Bromby when we dominated and held on against Nords. We're not in great form. Defensively that was good, yes, right? Going forward, was it good? Everything until the chance creation. I do not know what's going on, but yesterday we're scoring chances for fun. Today, in today's stream, yesterday's episode, well, the last episode was filmed today, and in today's episode, we are struggling to score goals. But who knows? A 1-0 win, we go out there against Copenhagen, we shake up some feathers, who knows? I'll see you in a second for the biggest game. If we can get a result here against Copenhagen, we go from all of a sudden looking season cooked, I don't know how many goals we're going to score, how are we going to keep throwing away games to, well, we just beat 4th, and if we beat top, maybe we are going to finish in the top 3 and the season wasn't a write-off. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now time for this second game of the episode where we do play Copenhagen. It's a massive game for us because, if we could get something out of it, it could be huge. Also important to note that Midtjylland's already played and they stayed on 43 points again. FC Midtjylland are having quite a poor year. If they come to the promotion league, they're usually so good. They lost to Copenhagen, they just lost to Nords, they lost to Brøndby. So if we thought we were in poor form, FC Midtjylland are yet to win a game in this stage. For me, it kind of gives me a free hit to kind of go out there and, win the game. But however, getting one more point would put us on 49 points, and that is 6 points clear, which means it would be 2 games. So I've come out with the mentality that this game, if we do get a draw, wouldn't be the worst. So what I've decided to do is I'm actually gone to that very cautious 10-man system that we usually do, dropped us on a little bit deeper, but what I've done is I've turned on run from defence, run with the ball a little bit more, putting in thank God to drop in a bit deep on the advanced playmaker and attack, which is his natural role, but get him to run at people. Zahora as an advanced forward more than a poacher as well. I'm going to drop. He's not been in the greatest form, and I know that's a starting point, but Neil Jenkins is a bit of a bigger boy. He can bring others into play with his physicality, with a 6'2" in the jumping reach, and he's very powerful. Where Zahora is obviously very powerful. Zahora is obviously very good in the air, and he's got good jumping reach or whatever. But my idea is let's get this game into halftime 0-0. Let's get to the 60th minute 0-0 playing this system. And then we go 4-2-3-1. Zahora comes in for Jenkins. We get Bumnajar, we get Dolek back higher up the roll. We've got Suleiman, who's quick enough to come off the bench if needs be. And we'll just see how we go, right? We might even do this, right? And just really even give Suleiman the game, right? And then Dolek and Zahora off the bench, 65th minute, 70th minute, see if we can win the game of football. That's the thinking, right? Is it going to happen? Who knows, right? But it's the thinking behind it. If we get a point, great. If we can get to the 65th, 70th minute, 0-0, I'm more than happy at that stage to go, yep, let's go for it, right? So let's get Jenkins in. Let's get Suleiman in. Give Dolek and Zahora fresh legs off the bench to come and do something. I'm almost tempted to, maybe even drop Thank God for this and then use him off the bench as a super sub as well. But I feel like playing with advanced playmaker and attack, it's one of his promises. It's not the worst. So the team is going to be Robert, Doe, Marquez and Christensen playing really well together. Was tempted to play Bubba. No, I'm not going to lie. Kajer comes in obviously for the suspended Finley as well, which I don't think is the biggest loss in the world. Suleiman, Kenny, Yepi, Bumnajar, Thank God, and then Niall Jenkins up top. So it just also gives a little bit of rest. Like if we're 2-3-0 down, I won't risk the boys. I'll take maybe even Yepi off, and then so be it as well. Obviously they pumped us in the last game. Yes, I do think when we're at our best that we can go toe-to-toe over 90 minutes. I still think they win, but we can go toe-to-toe. I just feel like this is not a bad game to shut up shop against the best team in Denmark by a mile. We're huge underdogs. Go out there. Just no pressure. I have faith in these guys to go out there and do something for this game. And I'm going to go into the opposition here. And instead of me pressing consistently, I'm just going to press the wide areas, right? And then once we go into our system, we're going to go and just go and see what we can do. Hopefully, I remember him. He's a fantastic player. He's Darmian, has a fantastic record. But yeah, we've changed the system. When a team's in this sort of form, you change the system, right? And they're a great team. It's very similar to the team that pumped us as well. But look, we've rotated with a clear plan in mind. Go out there, stifle them, bring on our big players, late doors, fresh legs, see what we can do. Also, Zahora's been in poor form, so maybe dropping him might give him a little bit of a kick up the bum. SFB in the black, Copenhagen in the white. I'm playing for a 60th minute 0-0, really. I don't want to really see a highlight. I just want to see it sit there and not do much, right? But who knows? It's not like we're not going to not go forward in the system, as we see us on the ball. Could you imagine that we somehow scored? Kenny, just whip it in there. Jenkins is a big boy. Lays it back to Marquez, who's decent on the ball. That's not what I wanted to see. It's not the best pass. I need you, Robert, now than ever. He's wide. Wow. That's not what we want to do in this system, is to bloody play a ball like that. Jesus, thank God. Just better. Yes, I did that on purpose. Anyway, we have not done too much as well. It's a ball in by Lindsby. Back stick, Robert makes a good save. All right, good. Don't man mark Darmian. Robert goes long. Thank God it's quick and good in the air. Doesn't get on it. Anderson goes long. Should be Doe's ball. Bumnajar, if he gets there, can turn. Neil Jenkins is definitely quick. Bumnajar can run at people too. Still going. Beats a couple. He's got a couple to aim at in the box. Could you imagine? Yep, he hit it. Oh, why have you not absolutely just tried to power drive it? He's trying to place it and put it high. What a moment on the break. It's good, boys. That's fine. That's perfect. We're stifling them well. But it's all the end means of getting in 0-0 at half time. It's all the end means of getting in, getting in with a chance to do what the plan has done. Now it's a highlight here. No foul. It's not. Alex Martin, though, can beat a man. Limps at back stick. Linchby at the back stick. 1-0. And our plan goes out the window. It's just we've left Doe one-on-one with Linchby. We've let Martin turn in the box. And you don't want that. They're a great side. I understand. But, we had to try something here against a great side. And I feel like this was the best way to do it. You just poor positioning by Robert. I think Robert has been really good. I've often said that on paper he's not the greatest, but he always plays well and above what he can play in, as they head it just over. It's now starting to show in this promotion, championship race to European football that he's starting to be a little bit out of his depth. Anyway, half-time and 1-0 down, it's not game over, which is good. I feel like at half-time, though, instead of me waiting, I'm now going to do it now. Suleiman Bubnajar, Jenkins in for Zahora. I'm actually going to take Suleiman off. I'm going to move Jenkins out there, and I'm going to use Zahora straight in, and I'll leave Dolet to come in soon, because Jenkins can score a goal in this system. We've seen it. Going to move us also to positive here as well, off the bat, and start the second half, and just see if we can go out there, show them something different, and away we go. Highlight straight away as well, Marquez. Into Doe, back into Marquez. Back into Doe, good press from them. I don't know what's happening with Tristan Doe, but since his injury, he's not been the same, and Darmian should put the game away. He hasn't. Great save from Robert. Maybe you heard me. But yeah, Tristan Doe is really starting to be quite shocking of late, so I'm going to transfer this to him. We brought him for the experience. He's done the job. He's tutored Cameron pretty well, Cameron Roberts, and Cameron started growing, which is decent. But yeah, it's not been great. Good clearance from Tony, but that surely is the highlight, FM. I don't want to really see this highlight go on. Thank you. And now it's all about just seeing what we can do maybe to get a goal in this game if we can. At the moment, though, it doesn't look like it's happening, but it's a free kick in our area, and I've said it before, Yeppy's good over a dead ball. Yeppy now goes for goal, hit the post. Jenkins! It's 1-1. Come on! That's why we have him out there, because he knows what he can do in this. He's a bit of a goal sneak, the Australian. He's not the greatest, but he's physical, and he always seems to be around the right area. Good free kick from Yeppy, deserved to go in. It falls to Jenkins, and out of nowhere, it's 1-1. Come on. Massive. With that in mind, I'm actually going to make the change here. It's going to be thank God off, Jenkins into the hole, and I'm going to bring Dolek with the fresh legs in as a winger on attack to go at him. There we go. Kenny also, not 100%, but deserved his yellow card. I'm going to leave him. He's suspended for the next one, don't care. Time ticks. That is massive. Going to leave us in this system, though, because we're arguably playing a little bit better. I'm now also going to take Kenny off here with the suspension looming. I don't want him to be red carded as well and leave us with 10 men, so I'll just do that. Free kick for them. Short. Darmian knows how to hit him from distance. Back out to Bob. Don't you dare, Bob. Into Anderson. Back to Bob. Tackle, well done. Falls back to Bob, though. Fogard with the header. How lucky do you want to fucking be? Was a tackle, and instead of the ball going away or going somewhere else, the match manager said, yeah, nah, it's just got to just fall to him there. How many jammy highlights do we cop when we're in a poor run of form? Anderson, how is that ball? He's basically kicked it into. Has it not flown out for a throw-in or flown out down the fucking field? Oh, you're kidding me, man. You're having a fucking laugh. You're having a laugh. Highlight, Robert, Marquez, Tony Christian, we're good at building out. Kaj now, come on, good ball. Dolek, you're quick. Play it and go. Play it and go. Get on your bike. Instead, we look for Zahora. Might get there. Big moment. Straight at the keeper. And saying that, I think out of all the highlights he's missed, that one there was difficult because the defender's done really well. Anyway, Dolek, short, Johansson, Dolek, Jenkins. Oh, no highlight. How is there not a highlight? All right, come on, boys. I sniff it. Jenkins, ball, Johansson, whip it. Big boys in the box, cleared away. Can we get on it, please? We don't with Yeppy. Anderson now on the break. It's for game over here. Darmian's with him. It's probably all she wrote here. We need a tackle, Tony. In the end, it's wide. I sniff it. We could get something here, boys. I really believe. 90th minute. Anyway, Bob. Yeah, Berger saying match end about Bubnajar. Oh my God. Where are you, Zahora? This is your moment, Zahora. Cut back. Dolek, block. No. Ball in again, blocked. He's blocked it in the 6-yard box. How have we not scored? Oh, that is gut-wrenching. We've played so well. I think the plan worked. We were very pragmatic. Went in 1-0 down, which obviously we wanted to be 0-0. But they changed the system. They didn't know what hit him. Oh, that is just unfortunate. Zahura came on, looked decent. That last chance there, Dolik, what a block, 6-yard box. And really, I think what cost us was the match engine. Really. There is no way when he crosses this and we block it with a slide tackle, the ball falls fucking there. When that happens in real life, that fucking throws out either for throw in or it slices somewhere else. It does not fall back to the crosser without it moving. It's like fucking watching a game of FIFA, man. Oh my God. And if you look back at the last episode, how many bloody highlights in that Nords game that he just scored and a fucking four blocks, 2 tackles all fell to him. They didn't score from that highlight because Robert made a save, right, at the end of it all. But we're just copping so much shit. Putting the result aside, that was pretty pleasing. We were just unlucky. On a different day, we sneak a draw there. Keep the morale high. I thought we played absolutely sensational. I think the idea behind it was definitely there. Go out there, try to play for a point, change the system on them, see how you go. Unfortunately for ourselves, it just didn't happen the way we wanted to. You know, they scored late, they got lucky with the match engine, and then we have a shot blocked in the 6-yard box. Just one of those things. All right, from Damon and everybody else, that's the end of this episode. In terms of next episode, I've been giving you 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. I think we give you the Bromby and Midtjylland game, 2 massive away games. Why not? We're just going to keep going with the 2 and 2 and 2 until we, whatever happens here. If we can win those next 2 games, we're in the driving seat to finish top 3, and that would be great. Until it's like a foregone conclusion, I'm just going to give you all those games. From me and everybody else here on the stream, see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.